Hey folks, Quilly18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Master of Orion 2. We are the hipsters! Is the name we went, because we're an underground species here. And this is our third video here. We've, at the end of the last episode, we did meet the Trilarians, who unfortunately are repulsive, so we can't negotiate with them. I mean, every alien race is repulsive, but some are more repulsive than others, I suppose. And they did grab the Ekber planet, which is unfortunate, because it is a beautiful little Gaian planet there, but I guess we'll just have to go and conquer them. And that'll have to do. On the plus side, if we do conquer the planets, it means we will have access to aquatic Trilarians that we can incorporate into our colonization plans going forward. And wouldn't that be spiffy-doo? Tech-wise, we are currently researching atmospheric renewer here, both because it's good by itself and also because it'll miniaturize our missiles that we are going to want to use for our first set of warships, which we're going to need pretty soon. We're going to build at least one more colony ship here on Runner 2. There's a few more systems I would like to grab, but at some point we are going to have to do some warfare. We did move some population over to Olor. They have arrived. Excellent. And the population grew. Yes, let's buy this colony ship here. Wonderful. Boom. So I think the plan is to use the colony ship on Gibber. I mean, Zotek's not bad and it does have the money. But Gibber, while he can't fit as many people on, is minerally a little bit richer, which is going to be useful, and it grows more food by itself. So we're going to do that. I would like to grab more planets, but I don't know if we can. This outpost ship is still in the queue. I guess one thing we could do is start building some spies, because we might be getting spied on. And we have some very powerful techs. It would suck if someone would steal. I'm going to go ahead and get a token number of spies. Do one full queue of spies. Each one of them do cost 1 gold per turn to maintain, so it's not free. Although our income right now is not bad. I think I'm going to do a similar thing here. I think I'm going to do a full set of spies, and then we'll do the starbase. The housing situation's gotten pretty good on Drossel. That's going to be all right. So starbases do two things. They defend the planet from invasion. In addition to that, they allow you to build the bigger ships. You can only build... I think you can still build scouts and things like that in places where you don't have a starbase. But I think anything bigger than maybe the destroyer class needs a starbase. I'm not sure. Do I want to move any more population around? It's not like this is a super sexy planet to build upon as is. It will be a great farming and research world. I suppose, you know what? And I'll freighter some from Zaman as well. There you go. I think that's going to be okay. And right, the people, while they're being freighted, they actually don't use any food either. Which is nifty. Okay. Settler arrived at Olar. Spy, settler. Okay, food's still decent. Everything's okay. Well, the Trilarians are colonizing more planets, although so are we. Welcome to Gibber. Let's do the same sort of start. Automated factory, probably directly into housing. And I think I will buy the automated factory instantly. So again, we're paying like a big premium for it. Well, if I wait a couple of turns, it does go down in cost pretty good. -2 food. Yes, screw it. Call it good enough. Wait 1 turn. Alright, so now you are working on housing, which is great. Food situation is decent. Some spies are coming online, which is probably a good idea. Oh, we did colonize Gibber, so I can move... We can only reach 1 extra planet. Alright, then we will. So the spies are in there, and then, yeah, we will finally build the outpost ship somewhere. So our breakthrough for atmospheric renewer, that's going to be wonderful. Really wonderful. Now, I think we need an extra level of miniaturization if we want microlight or MERV missiles for our microlights. Merculites. But it is quite expensive to get the next level, so we may just have to sit on it for a bit. I think the thing to do now is go down force fields. Now, I think we need the planetary radiation shields. Oh, that's kind of unfortunate because class 3 shields are pretty good. But at least we can get the class 1 shields now and miniaturize them a bit for our ships. I think that's the way it's going to have to be. Because I would like to do the terraforming stuff, and we do have radiated planets. Oh, the Draco system Medium ocean abundant. Large arid abundant. Those are not bad. And very terraformable. And we got a wormhole that leads somewhere else. Hello, Magistrates Mentox, the legendary scientist. You are very high level. Think you're level 5. Oh, you're also going to give us... Well, we already have the research laboratory tech, but you'll give us the auto lab tech? This is huge. Even if we didn't want to keep him around, we would definitely want to do that. So we're going to hire you. Now, the researcher's just flat research points by himself. So 22 research points per turn and the 45% boost. All right, we're going to hire you. The WEG system is garbage. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. In our runner system, we're going to go and install Magistrates Mentox because we're doing a lot of research there. I don't know if it's worth keeping Emo around. I mean, I guess he's still okay. We are doing some research. Well, nowhere right now. I guess Olar is going to be researchy. But I could just fire Emo. Save us 1 BC, or actually be 2 BC per turn now because he did level up. I mean, it's not like our pool is full. I don't know if the number of people you have affects your chance of getting leaders or not. No, we'll keep him around for now. Because eventually he will be doing science there. Now, I wouldn't mind putting an outpost ship in WEG. It would give us a huge amount of extra range, like more systems we could visit here, and it's otherwise uncolonizable, so that might not be the worst thing ever. Orphis also a possibility, but I don't think it's going to be as required, especially once we get better fuel cells. Okay. So yeah, we've got a few spies. We could have them do some offensive spying. That's annoying. Now, the 100% might tweak a little if we bring this down. Okay, I'll do that. I won't move the others. But we'd sort of be wasting some science, because I don't think it overflows. Alright, next level force fields. They're all kind of interesting. Anti-grav harness gives us boost to ground combat. Geo-destabilizer lets us spin enemy ships around and do structural damage. This used to be really powerful, but I'm pretty sure it got nerfed. I think we'll grab the inertial stabilizer here. I like that for the beam defense. I think that's quite useful. And then... maybe I'll keep one person in here. Oh, it is mineral poor, but... I think it's probably worth throwing you in. Actually, if we're not getting any pollution... okay, I'll put workers in here until we get pollution. I think that's okay. Actually, I might pull back on some of these workers over here right now. Oh, you know what I should do? We should get the atmosphere renewer ASAP. And then the auto lab. The auto lab just generates 30 science points, period. Once you have auto lab tech, and we were really lucky to get it early, you want to build auto labs on every single planet you own, and you can colonize every single planet that exists out there because they're all insanely powerful now. Each one of them will give us huge amounts of value. Do I still want to be doing housing over here? Oops. I think I'm going to switch things up. Are you current polluting? Not much. I don't think we need to rush the atmosphere renewer over here. But maybe something like this. You probably do need housing. Although we could just move some more people, because you're nearly packed. There you go. And you're nearly full as well. There we are. I mean, really might want to wait until we're literally full, but this way I don't miss it. So we are generating a little extra food, and I could probably shave a farmer off. There, we'll do that. Although you're generating pollution right now, but might still be okay. Okay, atmosphere renewer, auto lab. So now, over here where we have the atmosphere renewer, I can put a lot more dudes in here before pollution is a problem. There we go. 4 turns, maybe natural construction is going to be okay. Here, we'll buy the atmosphere renewer for decent value. How are you? That is not a 2-to-1, so that doesn't seem terribly appealing. You need an atmosphere renewer and an auto lab. Oops, damn it. And an auto lab before you go back to building spies. I do think I'm happy about finishing the spy queue, though. There's nothing more annoying than having, like, a good tech-centric race and then having people steal all your stuff. Inertial stabilizer. Alright, so I will grab the planetary radiation shield here. Even though the class 3 shields would be pretty damn tempting. But we'll get some others later on. I guess there's nothing for me to check out over there. I could rush a few things. It's not quite 2-to-1, but I think it's going to be worthwhile. Let's get you over here. Yeah, that's going to be fine. Okay, looking good. Gibber still housing. You know what? Let's do the atmosphere renewer into Autolab, into housing, into Holo Simulator. We'll get the message here. Okay. Autolab done. Spy next. Atmospheric renewer done. Autolab next. More Autolabs. Yeah, our science rate is going nuts here. As long as we don't, you know, die from being kind of greedy, we're going to be in a really, really, really good position with that early Autolab. Oh, who are you? Ilarians! Well, tell me we can at least do diplomacy things with you. You're not repulsive? Excellent. Would you like a non-aggression pact? You decline. Would you be interested in a trade treaty? Oh, okay. And a research treaty? Okay, no. But, relationship might tick up by itself just by virtue of being at peace. I'm not sure about that. It definitely will tick up by having any treaty in effect. So the fact that we have a treaty is going to be quite good. We might also be able to do some swaps here. Now, she's only got some... The only thing that will show up in this list here are texts that they have that I don't have. And these are all really cheap, too. The fuel cells could be handy. The problem is they're going to ask for like my best texts, so I'm not going to trade the deuterium fuel cells for Holo Simulator. That's just too good. So yeah, the trade treaty will cost money to start off with, but then we'll start turning a profit, and we'll boost our relationship over here, which, I mean, they're already amiable. But well, it should give us access to the rest of those treaties. So where are you located? Down over here. You only have 2 planets. Wow. Again, one of the reasons that I choose the Bolrathi and the Ilarian portraits more often for my races is because they kind of suck by default in the hands of the AI. So you can see here, these are not terribly strong. Sometimes, though, the Ilarians can snowball like crazy with their telepathy. So every now and again, you'll have a game where they go Super Saiyan. But generally speaking, not. Save that. That's going to be okay. Planetary radiation shield. Good. Now, do I go into terraforming or... You know, we're getting more and more neighbors. No, we got to get some of our ship design tech. That'll include the battle pods. And then we're going to want some point defense weapons. So I'm going to have to... We're going to unlock the entire physics category. Notice the 3 arrows over here, so it doesn't matter what I click on. And then I'm not going to do fusion beam's quite powerful, but we're not going to be going down that route. So I'll grab the fusion rifle. And the reason I'm doing this is I want to miniaturize our lasers so I can use them as point defense weapons. So we don't need the radiation shield here. It does prevent against bombardment, but that's not terribly important for what we're doing here. We're waiting for another tech before we start building ships. Although what I could do is I could put production to a ship. Let's assume we're going to build just the biggest ship right away. So I'll just take the Coyote here. We'll just sink a little bit of production to it, but mostly... Yeah, there we go. With no pollution, we'll keep things fairly techy. Although, I guess this tech level is basically going to happen regardless. Okay, this is our outpost ship. What I'm thinking... is if we colonize Zotic, well, just both an outpost ship, it would give us range to these guys, which might be the way to go. Although I suppose we could potentially also do it via Kif. Theoretically, we might colonize Zotic later on. But I guess for now, it might be good as a block, too. Let's send you over there. I was also going to do WEG. Okay, fusion rifle. And then over here, so in the physics category, there's a few things that are quite important to grab. The scanner techs, so tachyon scanner, neutron scanner, are good to reduce missile evasion, which we are going to be using missiles, so those are quite good to have. The communications gives you more command points. Command points are how many ships you can have in your fleets before you start paying excess maintenance. Basically, command points is your limit of how many ships you can have. So communications improvement increases that limit. There's also the battle scanner, which is an actual component that you add to a ship, which increases their beam accuracy. It's really great if you're going beams. And at some point we might go beams, but for now we're going to go missiles. So the question is mostly whether we go communications or scanner. Now, if we're not doing beam stuff, at the neutrino level here, I could grab the neutron scanner. So I think what we do now is grab tachyon communications. But I don't know if we have to wait for that to finish before we start doing our ships. Let's see. I'm on Pliant here, who is rich and just did finish a starbase, so we'll be able to do some shipbuilding. We're going to get a research lab. You're not irradiated, right? You're just barren? Yeah, okay. We'll do that. Let me just temporarily do this, but we are going to use you to do shipbuilding. We may as well build a research lab just for some passive research, although it's really not a big deal. The atmosphere renewer is definitely worth rushing. Otherwise, I'm going to save money for maybe some strategic ship play. And yeah, there's optimization we could do on the research here to not waste, because, like, yeah, all this research is almost certainly not useful. Although, I would like it to be 100%. And not miss. There you go. Tachyon communications. And we'll work on neutron scanners. Now, neutron scanners, I believe your ships get globally upgraded when that happens. So I think we can start building a ship now. So on Zaman, our rich planet, we only got 4 units of pollution over there. Yeah, and this guy's only adding 1 pollution. So we're actually getting really great value out of those workers. We are going to design our battleships. So you can have up to 5 ship designs active at a time, and by default the game has you have a, you know, the 5 basic classes represented here, but there's no reason that all of these couldn't be battleships, right? Because you just choose your class over here. Actually, I guess there's 4 base ones that we have access to, and later on we'll get the Titan and the Doomstar. But yeah, we'll do the battleship, and I don't know, I feel like there should be some sort of like pun here, either with the fact that we're hipsters or something with the channel, but I don't know. It could just be like the 3 wolf shirt. Ah, we ran out of characters. Well, the wolf was the default thing. If we call it Wolf 3, it's the 3 wolf spaceship is basically what's going on here. Okay, now, here is what's on the ship right now. I'm going to clear it just so we've got a blank slate to get started with. We'll look at special systems, so we're going to add battle pods. So battle pods add cost, so it increases the production cost of the ship, but has negative space because it actually gives you more capacity for more stuff. And really, even though it makes the ships more expensive, it makes them so much better, you never want to run without battle pods, pretty much. And we're going to go with reinforced hull. We aren't going to build the extended fuel tanks, because I'd really prefer my warships not have to use space on extended fuel tanks. Every now and again, you do need to do something like that for an invasion force. We are going to have to research a better fuel tank, though, to be able to reach things. But right now, we're interested mostly in just making a defensive fleet. So we're going to do that. We may as well throw the internal stabilizer, because it does impact our beam defense substantially, and that is going to be nice. Now, in terms of weapons, so we're going to have Merculite missiles. Now, I didn't miniaturize them enough to get the MIRVs, unfortunately. How do I want to sort this then? Because what I often do is have 2 different types of Merculite missiles. And on one of them, I have them be ECCM fast, heavily armored. And I only have a single launcher of those. And then my other one, which is my main damage, I have a bunch of copies of these. Because the ECCM armored and fast, it's more expensive and takes up more space. But the idea is this one missile is slightly faster, so it gets targeted by all the point defense, but it's naturally able to tank some of that point defense, either because it's going to miss, or... Well, actually, I don't know if we need the electronic countermeasure for this. Maybe with the Merculites, maybe with the frontliners, maybe we just do heavily armored fast, and then with the ones that are actually meant to hit, we still have ECCM, so it doesn't just get evaded. ECCM and MIRV. I don't remember. I might have to look this up. Also, by default, these are 5 shots. It's quite common to build 2-shot missile boats. So they're only going to be able to fire 2 volleys, but they're going to be able to pack many, many more missile tubes in there, and therefore have much more powerful opening volleys. I think I like the ×5 for now, though. I don't know. I think so. We're also going to throw some laser cannons in here that have point defense. Now, with the point defense, I can't remember if you go continuous and maybe even auto fire. Auto fire has a negative chance to hit, but fires 3 times. I think you want continuous auto fire point defense weapons. Armor piercing, I suppose, if we knew we were against armored missiles, but otherwise I don't think we need it. Anyway, these things are here just to shoot down incoming missiles and fighters. So I think that's going to be our 3-wolf shirt spaceship design, at least for now. So I'm going to build this. So the Wolf 3. Take 25 turns to build. It's not fast. Now we can always refit these afterwards. And over here in Runner 2, we're going to have it do a Wolf, and we're just going to cancel the Coyote here. So all the production is going to get moved into the Wolf 3. And yeah, we can maybe buy them to finish them off once they're halfway done. And this way, I don't have to be quite as nervous about being just instantly invaded. I'm going to save my money, even though I'm kind of tempted to do some maybe efficient purchases here, but I don't really need the starbase quite yet. The auto lab might be a little bit more tempting, but we don't have it. I think overall the money is going to be banked so that we can do a immediate purchase of the wolves. Now here might be a good time for us to increase taxes, because what taxes will effectively do, since it converts production to money, what we're doing is basically converting production from the other planets into money that we're going to use to rush the key production somewhere else. I think I'm going to leave it as is for now, but it is something that is going to be kind of tempting. There's really nothing for Drossel to build after this. It's too bad, because it is abundant. It actually can build decently. But I might start to move some of them over to science. Especially since we're not doing as many sciencey things over here. That guy's only shaving 1 turn off the wolf. There you go, and that guy's shaving 2 turns. So we'll do that. You'll see that happen a lot with, like, because of pollution and things, right? Food is fine. These guys, I guess, are okay. Alright. Now, hopefully we've got a few turns before anyone declares war on us. So I'm going to drop the outpost on Zotic. I can go and just send a colony ship here later, I think, even if I do this. I guess it doesn't matter where I put the outpost on. But I don't know. We'll do that. It's fine. So now this guy here from Orf. So we can reach Musator, but probably only because of the extended fuel tanks on the scouts. Our war fleets might be able to make that jump. That would be interesting to consider. Oh, I think we met someone new. Oh, it's the Alarian. Profited greatly from a trade treaty, mighty Emperor Petra. Thank you for honoring the agreement. Well, thank you very much. So you are calm. Let's have an audience with you. And let's get... I'm not planning an early aggression here. Non-aggression pact does not interest. Okay. Research treaty? Unacceptable. Interesting. I don't know why you're being so cranky about it. Now, since we can't have a diplomatic relationship with these guys anyway, let's send a few spies over there and see if we might get lucky to pick up some tech. We don't want to do sabotage. You can also go hide. I don't know what the value of hide is, because your agents are still there. Like, I can just pull the agents back. But espionage is to steal tech, and sabotage is to blow up some of their buildings. Mostly we're doing this for tech. We don't have much of a spy boost here, but we'll send a few. Maybe we'll get lucky. Emo levels up. Starbase on Runner Prime is in place. So Runner Prime is poor. Really, it's here just to do tech things. We'll build the Auto Lab. I'm not even going to bother with the Atmospheric Renewer. We'll just do this. Okay. Breakthrough on our Neutron Scanner. And again, I think our existing ships will automatically get that. So... we do want some better fuel cells. Hopefully we can just steal some, and we don't have to go all the way to Uridium fuel cells. Especially, I mean, that's going to be quite expensive. It's 200 tech just to get the nanotechnology level. And there's some good stuff over here. Nanodissemblers, just globally, You don't build them. They just globally reduce the pollution, which is kind of nice. We're not going to need them long term. Better armor for our ships is really good, but the Microlights construction is pretty good too. All of our workers just get +1 production, which is kind of epic. I don't think we're going to be looking down the chemistry branch right this second. Tempted to grab the terraforming and start working on that. The other thing I'm tempted is maybe under construction. Maybe spaceport. Robo-miners is good. We could just go battle station for more actual defense in our planets. Robo-miners are excellent, though. If I get... Okay, either it's going to be fighter garrisons into robo-miners, because the garrisons will give us some defense, or maybe spaceport for more money, which is another form of production, into battle stations. I think it might be spaceports into battle stations. Oh, hello. Did you steal tech? Iridium fuel cells? Oh, brilliant. Oh, that is quite good. Oh, the Trilarians and Darloks are now at war. So Darloks are somewhere out there. Okay, so now all of a sudden we can visit many, many, many other star systems. I guess I'll go forward this way. We'll go out this way as well. Okay, so now not having to worry about picking up a fuel cell is brilliant. Notice that Zotic has a lowercase Z here. The first letter is lowercase to show us that this is a outpost as opposed to a full colony. Now these have some ships moving around. Cruisers and destroyer and transports. Now the AI I think just builds that sort of in general to be prepared, but they do technically have some war fleets being put together. Our battleships should be able to rock them though, which is good. And we are almost at the point where we can consider buying them. I mean, we're making more income, and furthermore, the cost of these, again, continues to decrease constantly, which is nice to see. If I go, actually, over here... Yeah, I don't have to build a scanner. Yeah, and it's not represented anywhere. There's the computers. But yeah, I think the scanners are just built in and automatic. Oh, something must have just gotten miniaturized, because we can actually fit more laser cannons on here. I'm just going to call it the B. The 3B. 3B or not 3B? That is the question. Let's just tweak the Q here. Same thing here. Done. Okay. Let's actually rush the soil enrichment over here, because yeah, I was going to say, it's not going to be expensive. And it is going to do great things for us. This is definitely going to be a research planet. Might still be worth getting the atmosphere renewer. Well, their production sucks so bad. No, let's go research lab. Well, research lab into atmosphere renewer over here is going to be fine. And I will pull some of these workers off here. Especially since there's a lot of it is just being pollution. We'll have to keep doing some purchase over here, but that's going to be okay. Alright. I guess now's the time to put in a cut. Since the Alarians aren't interested in a non-aggression pact, maybe we will have to target them first. I mean, they should be pretty vulnerable. We're going to need some ships that have bombs on them. Maybe the next time we do a tweak to our design, we'll throw some bombs on. Which I guess are just going to be the nuclear bombs, because I don't think we have fusion bombs. Although, who knows? Maybe we'll steal those. It is nice that our spies got something over here. Tell you what, let me throw a couple more spies in there. And we are still constructing spies over here, which is good. I think that's going to kind of keep happening. If I do this, there's no pollution. There's still no pollution. I'll remove the starbase because we'll go with the battle. I don't remember what it's called. The tier 2 starbase that we're going to be researching soon. And we'll wait on that. I'll just queue up a bunch of spies here. I can't remember if you've already got a starbase. I think it might be cheaper to build a battle station. I think it might be cheaper to build a battle station, but I think it's still better to build it directly. I'm not sure. Yeah, no idea. Anyway, we're going to put a cut in here, folks. Thanks a lot for watching. I'm going to see you guys next time where, depending on how it goes, we might be going to war. We'll see. See you then. Bye-bye.